Good morning to all traders and welcome to another Markets and Waves video. Today is May 25th. Yeah, it's only Tuesday. We've had an interesting session yesterday with some moves actually taking place. And as usual, we're going to have an update to see really what happened yesterday in some of those assets, but also revisit some assets that we've actually looked at last week or perhaps even way before back. And that includes silver, for example, the dollar CAD and the dollar Swiss franc, which we haven't looked for a while. And we are going to start with the US index just to get a general idea of how the markets are moving. Then as well as the oil, because we've had a very good move to the upside, recovering from the recent drop we saw. And we need to see what those data are changing in our account. So starting off with the DXY, we talked about yesterday potentially for like two different scenarios. One would be to get that moving up here and we would get wave 2 here and then move down, or that will move down, and we did move down. What this means now with the 78.6 and the 23.6 over here, validating that this is a good 5-wave move to the downside. We've had wave 2 ending at 53%, right? And that looks to me like a good 5, a nice 3. And now looks like we're going into multi-structure move to the downside to meet wave 3. Okay, and wave 3, as you can see, just by pulling my Fibonacci from there to there, yeah, I'm going all the way up to 50, the 100 Fibonacci brings us to the green 3, right? Which means that the pink 3 can be anywhere down there, okay? Even lower down, depending on where 3 is going to be. We just want to get 5 waves in here, right? We want to get 5 distinct waves and finish wave 3. Now, where we could end, that can be a bit more of a accurate way to work out the short term, because we're looking at the the grid that we are looking currently is the 100 and the 1618. Okay, so you can see the 89.15 for a wave 3 would be a reasonable move to expect, but of course we need to break below the previous low and then the 89.53, and take into account as well that we've had this signal over here that hasn't really turned out to give us much of a move to the upside so far. Okay, so is it going to break down or not? So we need to play close attention to what's happening with the DXY, because we might be reaching a level that a deeper correction can be expected. Okay. Now let's go quickly on oil. I was expecting a move to the downside much earlier than this, guys, because you know that I've been expecting this wave C for a while now, right? With that said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done, and that can be considered a correction, although it looks very impulsive. Yeah, as long as we remain below 66.40, we're still good. Okay, and why the 88.6? Well, the 78.6 and 88.6 pretty much are the most expensive, because there is high volatility, guys. You can see that by these moves. When there is high volatility, these corrections are expected to get that deep, okay? And both the 78, well, it was broken, so both of them are very good, but the 88.6 will be probably an early invalidation signal of the continuation to the downside for a fresh low. That doesn't mean we didn't get the ABC, because in this case, guys, what I'll be looking, and to be fair, with this correction now, that leg down, here's what happened. We got down to the 61.8 of wave A. And what does a flat pattern say? the guideline, ABC, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave B has to be anywhere between, well, guideline is usually above 90%, but can be anywhere between, 61.8 and above, and wave C also 61 wave and below, 61.8 and below. So we've had this nearly 23, around, 90% correction in B, and we had the 61.8 correction in C, which means, and what I'm saying is that if we break above 88.60, guys, and then of course the 67, it's very likely that we ended here, wave 2, as a flat pattern. And that is going to be quite a bullish sign. We do get a very short signal sold and over here for that move to the upside. And at the same time, look at these RSI and MACD signals. Hidden bearish divergence in both cases. So my main scenario remains that this can hold and move lower. And my alternative scenario, which both have high probabilities, I would say, I'm just supporting the first more because we didn't break the 88.6 yet. And the second, wave C is done here, the flat is done, and we're going to continue higher. And that continuation, guys, as you can see, that's my wave 1 and that's my wave 2. So we're looking for big numbers. But I think, because of these signals, who knows, these signals might just turn out to be a correction, right? And then a continuation to the upside. But we're going to see how that pans out. In either case, this is the update for oil. Now on silver, and it's been a while since we looked at it, but it's played out exactly as we expected. This wave C, guys, is an ABC. This ABC correction is a, if I'm not mistaken, is a running flat, yeah? A running flat. Let's see the B, hold on. B, yes, it is a running flat in wave B. I was expecting that for a while. And since then we started moving up because we're done cycle wave 2 over here. That is to me a 1, 2, yeah? A clear 5 wave move again here and another one ending the wave 3 here. 4 and 5 where wave 1, cycle 1 is going to end, then we're going to get 2 and then continue higher. Now look at this. Wave 2 ended at 78.6. Yeah, and wave 4 at 23.6. Which means it might be a good moment to start considering whether this is the end of that correction in wave 4. Okay. So if that's the case, then that's the A, that's the B, and that's the C. That means that's 1 and 2. We're going to get 3, 4, and 5, and then correct lower and up. If not, it could be a case still that this is, ABC. That's going to get ABC and ABC. We're going to get the Y over here and then continue higher. Because the thing is, though, that this correction is sharp and shallow somewhat. And this one looks a bit deeper and should ideally last a little bit longer. So a WX and Y is not going to be a surprise. So what I will be expecting to see in case we move higher, right? I will expect that to a sort of correction to penetrate the top of this wave. That is what is going to make me change this to an ABC, which means we're going to get another one and then move up. Okay, but in case we don't break below that level, it means that we'll continue higher. It's as simple as that, guys. That's full silver. Okay, do we get any signals? Hold on. Any signals on MACD or RSI? Well, some sort of signal here, yeah, from top to bottom on the RSI. The MACD, it is a signal, it's just that a flat one. And to be fair, over here we don't see much, maybe over here, yeah. So contradicting signals, which might be a case that we're going to be sideways for a while. Could be ABC, 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 triangle and move up. It could, okay. So that's it for silver, guys, as well. On dollar CAD, actually I didn't show you the long term for silver, and I would like to do that for now quickly. Ended super cycle 2 down to 10 or whatever that was. Cycle wave 1, cycle wave 2, I expect 3, 4, and 5. So the upside potential in the long term is big. So dollar CAD seems to be in a WXYXZ triple zigzag. We've done wave Y over here, and that looks to me like wave X is going to be a flat. Okay, so with the ABC done, we're expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We haven't even finished in the immediate wave 3 of C. Okay, we are currently in wave 3 of C. So if we go a little bit closer now, let's have a look. We're talking about the 120 break-in the other day. Yeah. So we've had this leg from up here, that's 4, and we are expecting 5 to end, right? And in that 5, we've done wave 1 and 2, 78.6. 3 and 4, 23.6, very good wave to the downside, yeah. And that's now, we're looking at, either, a continuation to the downside, yeah, or we might have ended wave 3 up here, with that over here being the 5th one, okay? These are the two scenarios I'm looking. How I'm going to determine, really, not determine, what signals am I looking pretty much, guys. Don't let me delete this. I'm looking at a break below the previous low, okay? And of course, the fact that, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. This is a bit corrective. And I want to see whether this is going to continue lower or it's going to take us a little bit higher for a further correction, yeah? If we stop around here, that's flat, then we'll continue lower. But if we move higher and we break above that level again, then it's very likely that that's the one, that's the ABC, and that's the 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and we're going to get some sort of correction in wave 4, and we could get that 4 being up here, then we're going to get 5, right? But as I said before, we've had a false break at 120, 38. Then we had another false break, then another false break. The more we push it, the easier it is going to break. But the thing is that we are seeing at higher swing lows here being registered. Okay, that's why we need the fresh low in order to somehow validate that there's going to be more downside coming up fairly soon. So the levels I'm looking at 119.68 and then 118.24. This is, of course, the Fibonacci extension from all the wave down here and up, okay? So that's for the dollar CAD as well. The signals as well on the RSI MACD show some, bias to the upside. Might also be the reason why we get a bit complicated over here. Okay, is this in? Is this done already? Priced in with this move to the upside to 120 to 150? We're going to find out fairly soon. Until then, let's have a look at dollar against Swiss franc as well. Let me go out as well here. And let me just take this off for now so that you can see the long term. WX, and I'm expecting Y, yeah? Well, the X and the Y. So as you can see, that's my A, that's my B, and that's my C. And my wave C, yeah, which is in wave X, of this cycle degree move is an ending diagonal. ABC, yeah, ABC, 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 and I'm expecting another ABC in wave 5. So in that ABC now, we have done A and B, and we are in the final wave, the wave C, okay? And with having done 1 and 2, it looks like to me this is multi-structural move to the downside. 1, 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5, the 4 and the 5. Okay. And where I'm looking obviously is below the previous low at least. Okay, 0.8750 at least. I'm not going to use Fibonacci for now, it's too early. But for the record, yeah, the 89 is the next level coming up, then 88.33. Okay. Now, because that over here, from here actually onwards, is very similar to dollar CAD. Okay, the correction over here that we see is fairly similar with dollar CAD, but this is a little bit more more clear. Okay, there's not, I mean, we did get a fresh low over here on CAD. On CAD, we had the low over here. Okay, and means that you know, we didn't get recent lows. On dollar Swiss, we do get recent lows. That can mean that dollar CAD might have found a low down here. Okay. Now, on this, it's a clear move. Okay, and that's also a clear move. That is 1 and perhaps 2 and 3, 4 and 5 could be the case, or the 1. I'm gonna get the 2, then the 3, the 4 and the 5. Okay. I'm not really looking at wave C having ending near here as well. It just wouldn't make sense. This is the A1 and 2 because we're expecting a 5, right? And what, like a 3, 4 and 5. This is not, unless if it's an ending diagonal, you might want to say. But that looks like a clear 5 wave move to me to call this an ending diagonal, because ending diagonals are only contain corrective waves. Okay, so these are also the opportunities here on the dollar against the Swiss franc. As you can see, we have a similar signal that is showing some bias to the upside, without any signals showing the opposite for the downside. So I will be really looking at this sort of trend line in case we move back up higher to create some resistance for bulls. Okay, guys, so this will be all for the day. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks again, and we'll speak again tomorrow.